Hi Taurus, how you doing? Welcome to your Astroflower reading going from the 18th to the 25th of December. You've got beautiful energies that's blowing in through you, certainly on your relationship side. You can see clearly now the rain has gone. And it seems to be coming out of a sort of direction that you know you should be taking. But what's holding you back? There's something holding you back within you, I think, more than anything else. And it's making you sort of like put up maybe putting up a few boundaries when you shouldn't be by the looks of things. Let's just see what's going on your sort of financial side. On the financial side, this is where you're using your intuition. This is possibly where the Ace of Swords could be a lot more sort of prominent, really, than anything else, because there is a loads going on. It's making you very passionate about life, and it's certainly bringing forth, looks like, a opportunity that's coming between that Christmas and the New Year. And most people have been getting it. Energy seems to be picking up at that moment there. So it's running out of this week and into the following week, where I think once you get Christmas out of the way, because it's you're concentrating on your business or your work or your projects or whatever it is. Once you get the festivities of Christmas out the way, then I think you'll be able to kind of go, yeah, let's get onto that opportunity. Overall energies here, you got the Ace of Swords. I think the overall energy here is trying to help you. Well, on your relationship side, I think it's trying to help you to realise actually how far you've come within your relationships, and that that there is a lot of happiness there and a lot of unity there that's being offered up there. It's only for you to take that leap of faith, and I feel like you're letting yourself down in this sort of scenario. On your sort of financial side, on the overall energies here, this is about driving forth towards your victory, and there seems to be an opportunity comes out of your passions and how you engage your passions with the world around you in order to get the best out of life. On your relationship side, so on your karmic message, you've got the 10 of Cups. Pure happiness, you might well say. But at the top of you, running through you, you've got the Five of Pentacles, and the overall outcome is the Nine of Wands. So I've got a funny feeling there might be a sort of like a repetitive phrase that you sort of like, you're not seeing the reality for what it is, and it's making you sort of focus on the weaker side of things. It could be a case that you are working a lot more than you are sort of like your work play ethic is a little bit out of sync. And that's maybe sort of like causing you problems within your relationships, and it shouldn't be, because you should be able to sort of deal with this in another way. We'll see that with the clarification on the relationship side. On the universe, how the universe is influencing you, you get the Two of Cups. What is going on? The universe is sort of kind of saying it's time to be at one with within your relationships around you, and it could be your with your partner, or could be with your family, your friends, and your community. It's just seeing the reality for what it is, and the universe here is really trying to bring you into alignment with what you should be doing. And I think you already know that because you've got the Seven of Cups. You're coming from a place where you've been following your heart, and it's been an obvious pathway to go. And I think there's been some real coming together with you and someone else in a good way, and it's been sort of very productive. But it's this Five of Pentacles. What is that all about? I get a sensation that you almost feel like you're not up to the level that you want to be at, or you don't feel as comfortable as you should do within the relationship. It seems like you're in a difficult posture in regards to your relationship. So basically, it seems like someone's got the overhand on you. And this shouldn't be the case. It shouldn't be a case of, it feels a little bit like a power struggle. And you seem to be doing things wrong all the time. That's what I'm getting here. And it's, if you saw the reality for what it is, I think you need to approach your relationships in a different way. And rather than sort of like focusing solely on the demands of the other person, also focus upon your happiness and how you can contribute to that. Because we'll always come up short when we're living life according to the expectations of others. And I feel that that's the sort of thing. It's, I think you're trying your best, but to live up to other people's standards is impossible because you don't know their standards. You may know some of them, but you're always going to find yourself on the losing end. And I think you're sort of blaming yourself for this, and I'm not sure you should be. And I think this is what this revelation is all about as well. This idea of happiness after difficulty, you're starting to see the reality for what it is. And I think over this Christmas period, it's going to be an enlightening thing in regards to your relationships around you. Yes, it could be with your partner, but also I think it's because the universe is bringing in the Two of Cups. I think it's also to do with you and your spirit, and that you finally get this idea of how you can put up healthy boundaries in order for it to work for you, basically, so you can see the reality for what it is. On your financial side, you get, on your karmic message, you get the High Priestess. I think your passions will feed your intuitions or your ideas or your... So once you start getting passionate and really engaging passionately with your job, your business or your project and whatever you're doing, it's going to show you or give you that glimpse on your karmic path, the future path that you should be going down. And it's giving your intuition the knife's edge on your world around you. So it gives you that success, because not only have you got a control over your passions in this scenario, or you're engaging in your passions, that is then stimulating the intuition, which gives you makes you a little bit of cut above the rest of what's going on around you. The universe is bringing you the Queen of Wands, being really engaged passionately. And I think there's a multitude of things going on in your life at the moment in regards to the material world. And I think you've got to focus intensely on each little bit as it comes through, or as it sort of like feeds into your rhythm of life and feeds into the way in which you do things. And I think this fortune that you've got at the moment, this luck that's sort of flowing in your direction, and this possibility to connect with loads of different things, sort of, it's a little bit like if you're in your business or your job, for example, you're doing lots of different things within your job, and it's you have that sort of ability to do those things perfectly, because you're engaged passionately with it, and that builds up that sort of that energy, that vibration, which will allow you to take your job to the next level. If you're doing like a shop, it's like you're working on various different lines of products within your shop, and one is feeding into the other. That's what I've been getting. And you've been doing that throughout your life. And I think that's multitudes. It could be sidelines that you got. You've got your job, it's paying your wages, it's paying your money. You've got enough money to live, and now you've got a little bit of a time so you can work on a sideline opportunity, and so you're working on various different things at the same time, which are all bringing forward to you. As I said, I think it is slightly detrimental to your relationship side, and I think that's putting you in a bad posture in regards to your relationships. But in general, I think at the end of the day that your success will also breed the success in your relationship side. The engagement of your passions within you is all about securing it. And I think this is where you should be driving your passions. Your passions, and in alignment with that, I think your passions will be, you can use your passions in order to make more money, make your position more secure within your business or the job that you're working at. your passion within your business creates that footfall, makes you more money, and etc. It seems to be that sort of thing. Everything that you do is securing your future through your passions. And the overall outcome, you get the Ace of Pentacles. I think you're creating this Ace of Pentacles. You have this possibility to create a scenario between Christmas and New Year, and it could be a case that you're working on lots of different things at the moment, and you see this, you got that time off, maybe you got a little bit of time off between Christmas and New Year, and you see an opportunity within the paper, within the world that is around you, and you can actually seize upon this opportunity. It may not necessarily arrive on your plate during this week. It may well do. It may well be the answer of a job interview, or a loan for a business, or finally getting that property that you want to do to run your business out of, and etc. It could well be that sort of thing that sort of drops on your in your inbox, as it were. But at the same time, I think you are creating that opportunity for you more than anything else. Let's just go through and let's just see what's going on with the clarity with the Light Seers card. This victories need nurturing, and I think this is talking at both sides, much as it is with that security on your business side, making your passions, creating that security for you. I think that's be very good for you. And on your relationship side here, I think it's a case of seeing the reality for what it is, and then nurturing that happiness, so you don't feel so much in a bad posture in regards to your relationship side. Yeah, it's going to come in quickly, and I think you've got to move quickly with it as well. I think your happiness has got to move quickly, and I think you've got to. It's almost as if you've got to knock it on the head really quickly within the world around you, and it's knocking those ideas that I'm not good enough, or I only seem to be losing in this relationship, I can't seem to advance as well, and and I think once you realise and start saying, actually it's tied to my happiness, that's when things come in and change very, very quickly. With the Two of Cups, and this is where the universe is sort of saying, stay in alignment with your happiness. It will make you in alignment with the happiness of the people that are around you. The moment you do that and you start following that Ten of Cups, that realization of your happiness, seeing the reality for what it is, you'll start realizing that you've actually got a lot of gifts, or just you seem to be. Then you can start accumulating those good vibrations, which then puts you in a much more favorable position within your relationship side. With the Seven of Cups, you get the Six of Swords. This could be ties into the Five of Pentacles here. It's a possibility that, yes, you've been following your heart's desire, but because you've been following it, and it might mean here that your guides have been helping you through, so you haven't been initiating it. And because you haven't been initiating the relationship, if you feel like you haven't been initiating the relationship over the past 2 or 3 weeks, or being really proactive in it, this is where you're going to think you're going to have your shortcomings. And that would breed into it by allowing, following your heart, but allowing life to take you through, which is really good. And now I think it's a case here of opening up and becoming a little bit more proactive in what your relationships bring out. Yeah, the Ace of Swords, they're trying to bring it in here. They're trying to help you to nurture that beautiful victory. And it seems to me, and this is what I feel like, there's something in you holding you back. And I think that holding you back is stopping you from really experiencing the most successful part of the relationship, which is enjoying the moment with another person or with other people, and just being in pure happiness without, Nine of Wands, and that feeling second rate is producing those boundaries. Yes, they can actually be quite helpful. to you. But I think once you engage in your happiness, and then you start realizing that within you, that actually my happiness is down to me. It's my responsibility. And I shouldn't put that responsibility, I shouldn't give that responsibility to another person. The moment you start doing that, that's when you're going to find the people that you can work with, or at least engage with, in a very positive and productive way. And I think after Christmas, then it's almost as if like you're starting new activities, or you're going to be you're getting a closer relationship with certain other people in your life through going for a meal because they enjoy a meal and they want to go to a particular restaurant, and kind of going, yeah, that's great, why don't we all go there? And it's other people engaging in it as well, because you would have changed your mindset. And I think that's what you've got to do. Change your mindset in regards to your relationships that are around you. With the High Priestess, you get the King of Cups. I think this is all to do with your passions. And your passions doesn't necessarily have to be fulfilled with emotions. The emotions come after the instigation of the passion. So basically, I'm being passionate about a sport. So when I play it passionately, and then I win. And that's when I get the emotional sort of side. And what is going on here is that clarity of vision, that intuition, is taking you forward to a place where you're going to feel emotionally incredibly secure within your business, your job, your projects, whatever you're doing, all your sidelines and etc. You're going to feel very comfortable. And I think that's when it will trigger a lot more going on in your relationship side as well. With the Queen of Wands, you get the King of Wands. This is some sort of divine, I think this ties into this. It could well be some sort of divine offer coming your way. There is no doubt about it. Look at that. And the universe is bringing it in here because I think you have taken a direction. You have really, I think you could take a leaf out of the way you approach your job, your business and your projects, and actually put it in your relationship side. Because it seems to be a divine success that is coming your way, which is really, really beautiful. The Ten of Pentacles, you get the Devil card. As I said, I think you're going to be doing lots of different things, and that's where the the devil's in the detail sort of thing. And there is a case of here of knowing your abundances, that you've got the capacities, the capabilities that you have in order to do your job and your business. It makes you a little bit obsessive about what you're doing, which is a good thing, and as we're seeing on the relationship side, could be a bad thing. So I would be very attentive about what, how when you put your passions into what you're doing and your career path, your business and what have you, and you're sort of creating that sort of opportunity for you, it's really knowing which resources that you need to use at which given time. You might have lots of money and you might kind of go, well, in that case, I'll buy this, I'll buy a company car. But do you really need a company car? Or would it be better to actually take that money and reinvest it in something else? And I think it's being very attentive about how you use your inner resources and your outer resources. That Knight of Wands, this is where success is really coming in for you. This is where you're creating it, and your passions, if you orientate them in a way that builds and creates security within your career path, business and what have you, that's when you start sort of realizing the opportunity that is coming around the corner, because you'll feel things flowing through you. And the Ace of Pentacles comes out after Christmas, between Christmas and New Year, and this is that sort of realization that I could actually do that. You get the Five of Wands. This is not as easy as I think this opportunity here it may cause you a bit of inner conflict whether to take it. And this is where your karmic mission is to take out the emotions out of the decision of what to follow, so then you can use your intuition, as a way of being that knife that cuts through the mist and sort of opens that opportunity. And it's also here, I think, as well, because of your passions, because there's two aspects to this sort of thing. There is also a question here of taking yourself out of a way of being, or a situation, or a dimension, if you like, within your material world that is no longer, that is a conflictual sort of situation. So you're no longer caught in that anymore, because you're striving to be the best you can be. And I think that is the important part there. I think once it feels like there's a decision that's going to be needed to be made, maybe between the 25th and the end of December, but could it also be, in sort of January after the new year? But seems to be a decision that you need to take, and I think you should take it in the direction of what plays into your strengths, basically. There you go, Taurus. Thank you very much for being here. Really do appreciate your presence for this reading. I hope you have a lovely Christmas and etc. I will see you obviously for the solstice readings as well, and that's going to be a 3-month reading which we've got on our channel. We've got a live for the 2024 readings, and they'll be coming out between the 25th and the end of, between Christmas and New Year, basically. At some point we'll be doing a live where you can ask questions as the cards are being pulled for the yearly reading. I will see you soon. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.